moving on to topic 5.5, environmental effects on phenotype. So, what this means is that genetics is not the only thing that can affect how you how something develops. And this goes for you. It also goes for, I'm going to show you some examples here of a turtle and a alligator over here. These are two species, which this is plays a pretty major role in sex determinism, which is what I'm going to kind of be focusing on for this video, just because I think it's a very good and illustrative example of how organisms with similar DNA can develop differently, right? We're used to our human system in which an XX person is female and an XY person is male, but not all animals operate under that same system. So in the cases of these are temperature, and this is a cartoon little image here of some eggs of some hypothetical creatures, not specifically either one of these, but you have different temperatures affecting what sex offspring will be, right? So if you look down here at really cold temperatures, what this is saying is these eggs that are very deep are going to develop as males. In the middle here, this median temperature here, this Goldilocks kind of temperature, you have female development. And at the very upper echelon here, this very top, the shallowly buried hot temperature area, you would have these eggs develop as males, right? And scientists have studied these patterns and come up with graphs to kind of describe how this works. If you notice this first one, this turtle is a pattern 1 organism in which they have a high percentage of males if the eggs are, especially during that critical period where temperature is being kind of monitored by these systems in these eggs. You have a high percentage of males at very low temperatures. As the temperature goes up, you're going to have a higher percentage of female development. You also have kind of this system over here, like this alligator, in which you have at low and high temperatures, you have a low percentage of males, and at these median temperatures, you have a very high percentage of males. The males will develop in this kind of median temperature right here. Scientists aren't fully sure necessarily about the evolutionary relevance of this, or why this is adapted, but it's something that they're still studying. Another example, and this video will be pretty short. I do want to talk about these guys, these clownfish. You guys have probably heard of these. They are hermaphroditic in a way. The males can transform into females. So let's say that typically the way these work is you have a dominant female. You have a smaller but still somewhat large non-dominant male, and you have these undifferentiated fish that are, kind of they're like males, but they haven't differentiated into anything yet, right? They're just kind of these smaller, younger fish. Let me get a different thing here. Okay, so what you'll notice about these fish is they can actually change. They have something called a phenotypic plasticity, meaning that their phenotype can change based on the situation. So if you have a dominant female, it's been eliminated through some means. Maybe it was hunted, or a fisherman snagged it or something and eliminated that dominant female. The non-dominant male over here will grow and change sexes to replace this dominant female. And one of these undifferentiated fish down here will likewise replace this non-dominant male in this hierarchy. But it's amazing that these things can physically change, as adult fish, into a completely different sex based on the need of these fish right here. So it's a pretty interesting way that the environment can affect a phenotype. Again, this is kind of called phenotypic plasticity. So that's really it for this topic. I just wanted you to show you some examples where you might have similar DNA between organisms, but different phenotypes. Due to the environment, either temperature, maybe something like this in which a sex change has occurred because of the loss of one of the individuals from this colony. There's many other examples of this. This is just two, but there's many different types of creatures that have an interesting approach to to sexual differentiation. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope that was at least interesting. And I will see you in the topic 5.6, our final topic on